Welcome to Deep Dive AI. Subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Check out our blog in the description for more details.
All right, let me ask you something, especially if you're a founder or maybe one of the first sellers on a team. Does this sound familiar? You're just kind of throwing stuff at the wall, right? Random outreach, missed targets, and when you do get a win, you have absolutely no idea how to do it again. It's so frustrating, isn't it? All that work, all that energy for leads that just go nowhere.
Well, if you're nodding your head right now, listen to this. You are so not alone. Get this. A whopping 40% of sales teams are running without any kind of playbook. Seriously, 40%. Think about that for a second. That's almost half of all teams just winging it. That is a huge disadvantage when you're trying to build something consistent. And you know what that lack of structure leads to? Total chaos. We're talking about constantly missing your targets, burning hours and hours on leads that were never a good fit in the first place, and your results being all over the map month to month. It's a surefire way to stall out your growth and just kill any momentum you've managed to build. But here's the good news. It really doesn't have to be like this. There's a proven way to turn all that chaos into clarity, into something predictable. The answer? It's something the best of the best sales teams have known for years. It's the Sales Playbook. Okay, so what is a sales playbook, really? The easiest way to think about it is like a GPS for your sales team. It's your step-by-step guide that maps out the entire journey. We're talking everything from getting crystal clear on who your ideal customer is, to writing the perfect message, to handling objections, all the way to closing the deal. It's all about one thing, making your success repeatable.
And the change is, well, it's night and day. You literally go from random outreach to a structured process. All that guesswork, gone, replaced by a proven process that you can repeat. Your team goes from being scattered to being totally aligned, and that pipeline that felt stuck, it starts to grow, and in a way that you can actually scale. This shift, it's the whole ball game. All right, so you're probably thinking, okay, I'm sold, but how do I actually build one of these? And honestly, it's not nearly as intimidating as it might sound. It really just boils down to a few key pieces. Let's call it the DNA of a killer sales playbook.
Okay, it comes down to 4 main pillars. First up, get super focused. You need to know your ideal customer profile inside and out and have one compelling offer just for them. Simple. Second, you build a hand-picked target list. We're not talking thousands of names here. Think more like 30 really high potential accounts where you've done your homework on trigger events. Third, your messaging has to cut through the noise. This means short, personalized openers that grab attention because they speak to a real problem. And last but not least, you have to sequence your outreach. Plan on about 6 to 8 touches, using different channels over a couple of weeks.
And hey, that last point about using multiple channels, it is so important. I mean, the data doesn't lie. Mixing things up with email, LinkedIn, maybe even a phone call, that can literally 2 or 3 times your reply rates. That's the difference between shouting into the void and actually starting a conversation. It's about being present and persistent, not just annoying.
So, we've covered the how to build it, but let's talk about the why bother. What's the real impact here? What can you actually expect to see? Well, let's dive into the numbers, because the results from doing this work are, you can actually see them.
And here's the big one, the headline stat. Teams that have a solid playbook, they see up to a 20% higher lead conversion rate. Just let that sink in for a minute. 20%. That is a massive lift, and it's all because they have a clear process that they can follow every single time.
But it's not just about conversions, not by a long shot. Think about bringing new people on board. They can get up to speed up to 30% faster because there's a guide for them from day one. No more guessing. And because you're starting off by targeting the right customers, your customer retention goes up too. It just creates this awesome ripple effect of efficiency all across the team.
Now, a playbook isn't just some quick fix for today's problems. It's really about building a foundation for the long haul. The world of sales is only getting more complicated, right? So let's talk about how having a playbook sets you up for what's coming next, say what the sales world might look like in 2026. And look, to really be ready for the future, your playbook can't be one of those things you write once and then it just collects dust on a shelf. It has to be a living, breathing thing. It needs to be dynamic. That means you're updating it all the time, you're getting feedback from your reps, and actually using it. And it's built to adapt when the market shifts. That commitment to always getting better, that's what separates the good teams from the great ones.
So, if there's one thing to remember, it's this. Treat your playbook like a living document. It should change and evolve with every single deal, whether you win or lose. Every piece of feedback you get should make it a little bit better. It becomes a strategic asset that literally gets smarter as your business grows. Which really brings us to the final,
big question you've got to ask yourself. Is the way you're selling right now built to win? Not just today, but in the much tougher, more complex world we're heading towards in 2026.
Because ultimately, a well-crafted dynamic playbook is the game changer. It's what provides the clarity, consistency, and structure you need for repeatable, scalable success. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and for more details, check out our blog in the description.